Hello, everyone. I'm here with a silver suggestion, just me talking out loud again. And went to the coin shop today, and I saw a pretty good deal. He had four Kennedy half dollars. These are 90% silver proofs, and I was able to pick up each one for $12. Now, I would say let's see, it's 0.36 ounces of silver in a half dollar. It's about $24 an ounce as of the recording of this video. So melt value on these is a little over $8, maybe about $8.25. I paid $12. Now, normal times that might seem like a little bit of a crazy premium, but when you think of the premiums that are on 90% silver, aka junk silver, constitutional silver, it's really not that bad. And the other thing is, if you're someone who likes to buy, let's say, 1964 Kennedy halves, you're probably paying a similar premium on those, depending on where you shop. Some places you might get good prices, other places you might be paying that premium. The thing is, if you look at a 1964 Kennedy, I believe they made a few hundred million of each one, both the Philadelphia and the Denver. So even if you get one that's, say, brilliant uncirculated, you're paying a pretty good amount of money for something that they made hundreds of millions of. And because that coin was pretty big news when it was made, and Kennedy's death was so fresh in the memory, a lot of people save them. From what I've read, when they first came out, people were lining up at banks just to keep them as mementos and tokens, because again, it was a huge event in everyone's life. It was recent, and people just wanted them, and they just cranked them out. Now, I picked up these, like I said, for $12, 90% silver, just like the original Kennedy halves. And I know that the mintages on them were a bit low, but they were actually lower than I thought they were. In front of me right now, I have a 1998 S, 2001, and two 2010s. The mintages on these three are between 500 and 800,000. So they are less than 1%, actually about a fifth of a percent of what the 1964 Kennedys mintages were. And if you put them together, it's way below a tenth of a percent, because there were a lot of those made. Now, I did get, like I said, a good deal at the local coin shop, but that's not a fluke. I've noticed that when I go to shows, I often see these for like $12, $13. And it's kind of crazy, because when you look at, again, the mintages of them, the fact that they're 90% silver, it's really not a bad way to stack silver. And if you want to take this down a little bit, take them to quarters, and same thing with quarters. You get a Washington quarter that was made in 40s, 50s, 60s, and you might, you're buying it by face value. You might be paying, probably in today's price, maybe a little over $4, maybe $4.10 for that quarter. I see 90% silver proofs selling all day long for $5. Now, you might say, well, if you're buying a lot of them, you're still losing some silver in the long run. But, number one, don't forget you got the lower mintages. Some people actually care about that, other people don't. So again, know your market. But the second thing is, if you're buying silver by face value, and solely by face value, whether something is, let's say, almost uncirculated or, say, very fine condition, you're paying the same price. So, if your silver dealer just kind of pulls out four quarters at random and says, okay, here's a dollar face of quarters, and they charge you, let's say, $4.50 a piece, well, you're going to get different amounts of silver for 4 very fine quarters versus 4 AU quarters. Not a huge deal if you're only buying 4. But if you're going to that silver dealer and you're buying hundreds at a time, or hundreds even over a period of several months, it does add up. Now, I am not criticizing buying pre-65 90% silver. Actually, that's my favorite way to buy silver. But I would keep an eye open for proofs when you can get them for good prices. Now, sometimes people will pay, $18 or $20 for some of these, and if they're graded, the prices can go a lot further north than that. Personally, I wouldn't pay that amount of money. But then again, that's just my opinion. But when they are so little above spot value, I think it makes a lot of sense to get them. Like I said, here in today's market, I actually think $12 really isn't bad, especially when you consider some people are charging, like 25 times face, so they're charging like 12.50 for kind of a beat up, Franklin. This kind of seems like a pretty decent deal to me. So just wanted to put a little something out there for you to think about and maybe help you accumulate some silver at a fair price and give you something else to add to your stacks and your coin collection if you kind of edge a little more towards coins like I do. Talk to you later. Have a good one.